Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 8 of A Hardy Conversation. As always, I am Sean Hardy.
And I'm Chris Hardy.
And we're here to bring you the goings-ons in the world of professional wrestling. This past week, we've got a lot to get to because we're obviously filming our show a little bit later in the week than normal. So we have a lot to talk about. We're going to try and go through it as quickly as possible. If you feel that we didn't mention something, or we forgot something, or we didn't spend enough time talking about something, write us and maybe we can get that in on next week's show. Impact last week, not this one that happened yesterday because we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Last week's Impact wasn't very eventful. The one thing that caught my eye that was really cool and I was happy about was Homicide cashing in TNA's version of the Money in the Bank briefcase, aka Feast or Fired, to collect the X Division Championship from Suicide. I've seen Homicide a little bit out here at SoCal working the Indies circuit, PWG. Awesome talent, awesome guy. Congratulations, Homicide, on becoming X Division champion. Smackdown, I didn't get to see Chris.
Nothing really eventful. I mean, Jericho talking about Edge. Edge did do a little clip, at home in Canada, or where he's living now, saying he'll be back. And Jericho comes out, cutting this whole heel promo saying, "You were the missing link of the tag team." It's basically that's the Night Champions, his mystery partner, Punk Jeff. Nothing really else about that.
Okay, Raw this past week, guest hosted by
Top.
Very lame. I'm sorry. I was kind of looking forward to ZZ Top, even though they were old, to hosting Raw. All their backstage skits were taped. They just didn't give off enough energy, like they were really there. It felt like they were back in a studio at WWE corporate or something. At least until the point where they came out in their little OG ride at the end of the show. If you're going to have a bunch of old rockers doing guest hosting, don't make them fake play to their music. That was pretty gay.
Yeah.
Santino Marella was funny as hell with them until the point where he ripped off his pants for the legs skit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Enough said.
for a second there, I thought he was going to disappear and reemerge as Santino Marella. That would have been a little bit funnier, I think. But I digress. ECW, best thing about ECW was Christian is pretty much full-on heel now. If he's not, he's seriously teasing a heel turn with the way that he talked down to Tommy Dreamer on the Denzel Washington show.
Isaiah Washington show.
Arsenio Hall. Anyways, the Abraham Washington show, Tommy Dreamer got talked down to. Christian slapped him like, a hoe that didn't have enough money for his pimp. Seriously, that Christian has got to be full-on heel at this point. And if he's not, he probably will be coming at Night of Champions because this Hardy guy thinks that Christian will be Jericho's mystery partner.
I think it's going to be The Miz, because Miz is awesome.
Miz is awesome.
And I'm sure you know this, that Miz and Jericho have been going back and forth on Twitter, having a little rivalry, so I think they might just team up. That's my prediction, the Miz.
I haven't been reading a lot of internet rumors and spoilers. I didn't know about the whole Twitter thing. But the little shadow they show on the TV, I mean, I know it's supposed to be a generic shadow, but the outline kind of even resembles Christian. Jericho and Christian were tag partners before Christian went off to TNA and Jericho left for a couple of years. They were a really good team. And who better to replace Edge than Christian?
Yeah.
So that's just my prediction. It could be somebody out of complete left field. Hey, Shawn Michaels hasn't returned yet.
Matt Hardy.
Could be. Yeah, could be Cody Rhodes doing the same type of angle they did last year. I have a mystery partner. Get in the ring. Oh yeah, my mystery partner is your current tag partner.
Could be Bret Hart.
Yeah, I doubt that. That one I doubt.
Yeah.
We had, what was it, Victory Road?
Yes, Victory Road.
A couple weeks ago.
Or Evolution won all the belts.
It's the main event Mafia. They're definitely starting to set the main event Mafia up, I think, to totally rival Evolution, or even older than that, the Four Horsemen. Because the Horsemen were the original stable to capture all the major men's titles within a promotion. The thing I'd like to see now is Samoa Joe go after Homicide for the X Division title. That would give the Mafia one up on Evolution and the Horsemen, because then they would have 5 titles within their fold, whereas the other companies only had 4 at the time for them to acquire.
Yeah, I think they're more like the NWO, because TNA is very WCW. Hell, half their roster is old. I mean, the main event Mafia is half WCW, people. So I say they're more like the NWO, having everyone and their mother join up. Let's, take Sting out, put Joe and Taz in. Let's see what Matt Morgan can do.
Well, Matt Morgan isn't official as far as I know.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Pay him, he'll take somebody out for you. Freelance mercenary.
Yeah.
But
in a few months, we'll probably have Johnny Fairplay as the TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
I seriously doubt that. But, so, Night of Champions preview real quickly before we get to your questions. CM Punk versus Jeff Hardy. I think Punk is going to win. I've been reading that there's a little bit of backstage heat on Jeff where, even though he hasn't re-signed a deal, he's asking for time off. I don't think they're going to put the strap on him if he's, demanding time off. End of story.
Yeah.
Triple threat match, Orton, Cena, and Triple H. I hope Orton retains, but something in my gut tells me that one of the other two is going to take the strap.
Yeah, I say probably Cena.
Dreamer versus Christian.
Christian.
I don't know. It depends on if Christian is going to be Jericho's mystery partner. Because I don't think they're going to double strap him when they could just have Tommy run with the gold for one more month and then have him lose it at SummerSlam. I really don't want to see Tommy lose the strap in Philly, the home of ECW, the birth of ECW. But Vince has been known to make people job in their hometown before.
Yeah.
And if they weren't willing to job in their hometown, he screwed them.
Pretty much.
IC title, Mysterio versus Ziggler. Something tells me Mysterio's just a transitional champ.
Yes.
That they're going to put the strap on Ziggler. Not a fan of Ziggler, wasn't a fan of Nikki, but whatever. Ziggler does need the push. The IC title could theoretically give him the push that he needs, in my opinion.
Yeah. I see Ziggler winning too.
US title, MVP, Kofi Kingston defending, Big Show, Swagger, Miz, and I'm brain farting on the 6th person. I did this yesterday too. But either Kofi is going to retain, which I seriously doubt, or I want to see the Miz walk out with it.
Yeah, if Miz is not Jericho's mystery partner, I see Miz being U.S. champion.
Divas title,
Mickey James.
Yeah, Mickey James all the way. Maurice doesn't have a chance, in my opinion, against her. They haven't announced a women's championship match yet.
No, but tonight will be Smackdown, so we'll see about that.
I'm guessing it'll either be a rematch against Melina or possibly an open challenge that they'll just announce at the pay-per-view.
Natalia.
That would be my pick if it was an open challenge. And then, of course, the unified tag straps. Depending on who Jericho's partner is going to be, will depend on who wins it, in my opinion. We'll be right back with your questions after this brief break.